Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I'm in my kitchen and I'm about to make some fermented sauerkraut. I am going to be fermenting some cabbages that I harvested from my garden. I have already cored them and I am going to weigh them and I'm going to shred them and I'm going to add some salt to them and then I'm going to sit them out and let them ferment. And I am going to weigh them in this bowl right here that I have on my counter. And I am going to turn the scale on and it is ready to go. And the reason why I am weighing it because I will decide by the weight how much salt I'm going to put in there. Now, if you have health problems, including blood pressure problems, you need to consult with your doctor before eating sauerkraut. I am going to lower the amount of salt that is usually in sauerkraut. I am going to put 1 teaspoon per pound. So mine is 2 pounds and 2.38 ounces. So I'm still only going to use 2 teaspoons of salt to the amount that I have here. And sauerkraut have a lot of health benefits. It is known to be a probiotic. It has a lot of nutrients for your body. And it said that it aids in weight loss. So those are some good benefits and those are some good reasons to try sauerkraut if you have never tried it before. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shred this cabbage so that we can get it to fermenting. But first, it does have to be shredded. Okay, now I'm going to add my salt, and I have this coarse sea salt that I got from the Dollar Tree, so you don't need any fancy salt. And I got my teaspoon right here, and I'm just going to sprinkle this first teaspoon over, and then my second teaspoon over. I am going to start to massaging this salt into the cabbage, because this salt is going to draw out the liquid in the cabbage. You just want to give it a nice massage. And really get those juices to coming out. And then I'm just going to sit this and let it rest. And while it's resting, I'm going to go ahead and get my next cabbage out. So I have my bowl. Set it right here. I'll go ahead and get the little shreds of cabbage that are left, because I did not mix these two cabbages together because I don't want the red cabbage bleeding all over my green cabbage. Because as you know, red cabbage will bleed. It will put its beautiful color on everything, and the color is really purple. And we know that those purple vegetables are going to give us some very nice anthocyanins, and I am really trying to get more of that incorporated into my diet this year. And I did not mention to you all, but I saved one of the leaves from my cabbage, and I will be putting this on top of my cabbage when I put it in the container that I am going to be fermenting it in. So I'm going to put my scale back out so that I can weigh my next cabbages. And these cabbages have been washed. Okay, so now I'm going to weigh my green cabbage. And this is to help to determine how much salt I'm going to put in. So there is a little over 4 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of salt in. Okay, so now I'm gonna just go ahead and shred my green cabbage. You want to shred this up really fine. So you go through it once and then you can go back through it several times. Okay, so my bowl was too small, so I went and found me a bowl that is going to work for me for all of this cabbage. And I am going to add my 4 teaspoons of salt, and I'm going to give it a massage. And remember, this is the sea salt. And y'all, I have seen people add a whole lot more salt than this, but this is all I am putting in mine. And then I'm going to give it a massage. And this is going to draw the liquids out that I need to be my brine. And I did keep out a leaf of lettuce to put on top. So you want to have a big glass container to ferment your cabbage in. But on a day that you decide to do this, you could start in the morning and you could continue to come back every 15 to 30 minutes and just give your cabbage a massage and help to release those liquids, because those liquids will be drawn out by the salt. Make sure that all of your cabbage is getting some of the salt on it. Make sure that it's all salted. Okay, so we're gonna go and I got a couple of things that I want to show you all while we're waiting for these cabbages to come to a little brine, get a brine in them so that we can start to packing them in our containers. So we're just gonna let that sit there for a minute. First thing I want to show you all are all the bags that we picked up yesterday of leaves. Caleb picked them up with the riding lawnmower in a bagger, so we didn't actually go out and rake these up, but these are really going to come in handy when I get ready to fill my next raised bed. So I wanted to make sure I showed you all that to let you see that for you new gardeners, if you have leaves in your yard, that is black gold. You can bag them up, you can rake them up, or you can pick them up with your riding mower and a bagger and use this to add to your compost pile, or you can use it to add to your raised beds when you're filling it. And so they sit out, and they did get rained on last night. So that is full with leaves. And they're not crushed or anything, no more than what they were getting crushed when they were being picked up by the lawnmower. But still, those leaves will go a long ways. The longer they sit, the more they will decompose. But for now, that will really fill up a bed. And then I can just add my regular soil on top with, you know, the logs at the bottom. The way that I do, put the logs at the bottom. Then I can use some of my other compost, or whichever way I decide to do it. But this will help out a lot. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you all is this beautiful plant that I got. This is a hellebore. It is called a lentil rose, but it is actually the same thing as it's a hellebore. And look how beautiful it is. And look at the buds that are already on it. And it is a perennial, and it will come back year after year. So I will be putting that in its own personal pot, because you know I have been looking for a hellebore for months. And so I finally found them. Lowe's had them today. So I am very excited about it. And I don't know whether it's, I guess it's this perennial, and it has already started doing its thing. I guess it's safe to leave it outside, because right now we're having some nice moderate temperatures. So not expecting anything cold or anything like that. We've been getting a lot of rain. So what I'll do is I'll just sit it on the ground so they won't get knocked off and broken. But yeah, I am very excited about this lentil rose, which I call hellebores. And all the rain we've been getting has really caused a nice growth spurt on these vegetables. And I see I have a nice turnip underneath here that I'll be harvesting soon and eating it probably in a day or so. I'll mix it with some more greens that I already have in my freezer, and I will be eating that. Okay, now I'm going to see if there are any eggs to be harvested. Hey guys and girls, hello. There you go. Hilda always got to stand inside of the pan. There you go. Hilda, you just gonna scratch in the pan too? That's just rude. Hilda say they don't mind. Okay, we got 5 eggs, y'all, and the little rabbit is back here running around behind the chicken coop. It's not the same rabbit, though. This is a small one. Hilda's getting into it. I guess somebody got fed up with Hilda standing in the bowl while she's eating. We'll be ready to harvest this broccoli in a couple of days. Okay, these are the containers that I have chosen to ferment my cabbage in. This one is a cookie jar, but it looks similar to one of the vessels that they use sometimes to ferment. You can do pickles in it, or you can do your cabbages in it. So it works real well for fermenting. And this one, this is the first time I'll be using this one, but I have used the big gallon jar, but I'm going to use this one because I think that this one will work fine. This is the container that I had my fire cider in. So I've been pounding this. I've been pounding it, and you can pound it to help to get some of your liquids out. And you can see that the liquids are turning purple, and those are your anthocyanins. And I probably never say that right, but you all know what I'm talking about. Anthocyanins. I think that's right. So if you know how to pronounce it, it's not going to help me because I'm still going to mess it up, but I'm trying. So I want you all to know, though, about those antioxidants that are in there and that are so beneficial for you. And I want you to know that they are in these purple foods like this, and you need to eat as many of these purple foods as you can because it will help to fight some of the things that we have coming against us in these days and times. So let's go ahead, put this in here. I've been tapping on it. I have not gotten a lot of liquid to come out, but this is going to be sitting here for a week. So it has time for these liquids to continue to come out, and I can come in here and I can take my pounder and pound it down some. And so I'm just going to go ahead and pack it into my jar now. And what I'm going to do, rinse my bottom of my jar off, and it's just sitting on the counter, with the counter is pretty clean. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here because I don't want to waste it everywhere. So I'm just going to stuff it into this jar. And then I'm going to pour the liquid that are in there on top. I think it's probably best to get a jar closer to the size that you need, but I don't think it's a big deal. So do your research when you're making your sauerkraut to make sure that you do it properly. Some things are very important to remember on there, and a lot of things are, you know, just things you want to do, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect the quality of your ferment, because the main thing that you want to do is make sure that you're following everything that is going to make your ferment safe for your family. Or just for you if you're the only one who's going to be eating it. But I want to have this so I can have a little of it each day. You can use this as a side dish. You can use it as on a sandwich. So just however you decide to use it. So as you can see, I don't have very much liquid in here. I'm going to use what I got because I want this natural juices from this kraut, from this cabbage. It's not kraut yet. It'll be kraut in 7 days. But you can see that it is really looking very pretty. So I'm going to get as much of it, because you want to get it underneath the liquid. So that's very important to make sure that your kraut is underneath the liquid. So I'm going to push it down. And you remember I saved some of the leaves. So I'm going to take the leaves that I saved and I'm going to put it on top. And the reason why I'm putting this on top is because I want all of my kraut or my cabbage to stay underneath these leaves. Okay, so now you can see what it is looking like. And I do have a weight that I'm going to put on top of it. I'm going to drop my weight on top. Okay, so this is one that is going to be fermenting. It probably would have been better if I had used a smaller jar, but we got it in there now, so we're going to leave it in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my green kraut into this container. And it's resembling a crock, and that is what a lot of people use to ferment in. They use these crocks. which this one, as I said, was a cookie jar. But I think that there is a little difference between a crock and a cookie jar. Probably the crock could possibly be thicker. I do have a crock, but it's small. I probably could use it for that. It's a little brown one, but we're using this. So here's the other. This is our green cabbage, and we're gonna go ahead and fill this crock. And this is a cookie jar that I've had probably 20 years. Okay, so this one is going to hold all of this green cabbage. And then I'm just going to pound it. Get some of the juices to come up. It has begun to make some juices, but not a lot. But pounding it does help to make some more juices. And y'all don't know how excited I am about something this simple. It is really good. And I am the same way about this as I am about the kimchi. And anyone who likes kimchi know how sometimes you get those cravings for some kimchi. And I think that it's probably because your body be needing it. And so I've got my leaves. I'm just going to give them another rinse. And then I'm going to, I think this one's big enough to cover the entire thing. And it is, it fit perfectly. It covered the entire surface of the perimeter. Okay, so now you can see more of the liquids that are on top. So now I'm going to, I think I'm going to add a weight to it also. Oh, okay, I am going to put the weight on top, although it's not big enough, but I'm going to put it on top just to try to hold it down some, and then I'll keep checking on it to make sure, because none of the cabbage is going to come above that leaf. So I'm just going to stick this inside of the pantry. So we'll keep a check on those, and I will let you know in 1 week when it is ready. And I'll probably show it to you before 1 week so that you can see how the ferment process is going. So this is what it is looking like. And I am excited about eating this very soon. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed the video and that you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. And go ahead and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.